Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amy Williams, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is September 3rd, 2023, and in my book, once school starts, it's Christmas. So, especially once September hits. So, this is Labor Day weekend. For us, we've been in school since, beginning middle of August. So, that's kind of died down. So my September is kind of my lull month. I haven't gone full into Christmas yet, but once, October, we've got fall, we've got all the things, and I'm too busy to make my Christmas cards at that point. Then I'm like, well, I'll do it next year. So now is the time. So this week, our mini catalog comes out, and this is it. And I'm just going to tell you, this is a phenomenal catalog. If you would like one, let me know. This is just the designer series paper, the stamp sets, everything in it. I have spent a fortune. I'm not gonna lie. And I've got more to buy because every time I look through it, I'm like, oh, but I love that, and oh, but I love that. So great stuff in here. I highly suggest you think about looking at this. And Stampin' Up! Also just released that they are going to they're going to be releasing some new paper, designer series paper, in addition to all that, on September 6th. It will be an online exclusive, and once it's out, it is out. I can tell you that on September 6th, I will be buying 2 of every single one of those because it is so pretty. I just love it. And I'm going to tell you that designers really think about the fact that you might not use all of this paper during Christmas. So it is designed so that you can use it other times of the year. There's one in the catalog that's got dots, and I love it. I need like 2 more packs of it because it's so pretty. But again, you can use that for a long time. So they really do take that into consideration when they're making Christmas paper. So maybe one side is pretty Christmas and then the other side might not be. So just think about that. So I'm going to show you this card. Now I did this card I was going to do it in a fall, but then I really wanted to use this Joy of Noel stamp set. So I made it at Christmas because now's the time. You got to start making Christmas cards now. So here we go. Let me flip the camera. I'm so excited. Oh, one other thing. If you can like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. I am so close to a milestone on YouTube that every view and watch and like and comment just means so much to me. Please, I love to get comments. I like them better when they're nice. But if they're not, and if you need to tell me something, please feel free to do that. Because I am still learning. I am trying to get better every single week. And also, and if you click the description, I have all the products that are used, but then I also have a link to my website. So if you see something you want, or you want to go look at those online exclusives on the 6th, I would love to be your demonstrator. It would be an honor. So if you ever have questions or needs, let me know. So let me flip the camera and show you what we're gonna do. All right, so here is nothing, okay? But here, let me show you what we're gonna do. We are gonna make this card right here, and I don't know if you can see, but this has got tissue paper over it. So it kind of mutes that just a bit, okay? So there's our card. I love this set. Here is the stamp set. So it's called the Joy of Noel, and it does have dies. I'm going to show you the dies. They're kind of funny, but here are this cuts out, all of these, and the Noel all cut out. Plus it's got a couple other little fun things. So that is the set we're using today. Okay. So I'm going to show you the first card I made. All right. This was the first card I made, which I like it. I don't want you to think I didn't like this card, but, and I did. This uses, oh gosh, I can't even think the name of it. Here it is, Apple Harvest. And this is in the catalog. Okay. This is in the current catalog. This die set does have, or this stamp set does have a die set that is on the clearance rack. Okay, it was kind of like an online exclusive before they did that. So they made a die set for this. This is on a clearance rack for $14. So I highly suggest, and I'm going to show it to you. Here it is, okay? Let me show it to you. This is the set. It has got some really cute stuff in it. It cuts this, the flower, all that cuts out. It has a place for these greetings. It's got this scallop edge, and all these other apple blossoms. So really, really good die set for $14. So go to that clearance rack and check that out, okay? All right, so I'm going to put that away. Now, this stamp set, I did this technique, and I did it with white embossing, and I loved it for that particular set. Now, I'm going to be honest, when I went to use the other one, using the white embossing did not work. This is what I came up with. Okay, it doesn't look like anything because you really need the color. So I decided to do this in gold and silver. This one's silver. The one we're going to do now is in gold because I just wanted to show you that that's the different thing you can do. Okay, so we're going to start with some fluid watercolor paper. This is our fluid watercolor paper, and it looks like I have about 2 sheets left. So this is our fluid watercolor paper. It is brilliant. I love this stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with one, and then I've also got another piece. Okay, so this basically is going to make 2 cards for you. That's got a little something on it. So this is going to make 2 cards, okay? And I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. All right, I'm going to start by doing this, okay? Because I have not really remembered this anytime, but it gets me in trouble every single time. All right, so I'm going to use my embossing buddy, and that is in the catalog. All right, so we're going to use our Versamark, and I've already got my stamp set on here. Now, you cannot see this once it is stamped. Even if you try to look at it in the light, it really did not work. So I'm going to show you how I did this because you'll thank me later, trust me. Okay, so I'm going to ink it up. I'm going to do one down here on this one. Okay, and then I'm going to ink another one on the top. Give yourself enough room because look, y'all, you really cannot see it. Like I can't see it at all, but it's there, I promise. All right, so I'm going to do this one at the top so I know that they're far enough away from each other. Okay, and then I'm going to do one in the very middle of this, okay? All right, ink that up. I really need to get some, and I'll put it right in the middle, okay? Now, again, when we're done, I'm going to be cutting this in half, okay? Because this is going to make 2 cards. So then I'm going to bring in my embossing powder. I don't know what that is. Okay. I'm going to bring in my embossing powder, and I'm going to put it over this middle, okay? Get the middle nice and done. So I've got that. And then I'm going to do these 2, okay? I think I'm going to have to order some more embossing powder. Oh, y'all, I love to emboss. That is one of my favorite things to do. I think my stamp club might get sick of it sometimes, but that's okay. They don't complain. Okay, so did not embossing buddy that very well, did I? Okay. All right, hold on. Put some more on. Tap it off. Don't get too zealous. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss these. All right. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not going to emboss yet. Amy, I'm going to do another. Now, you can do this. If you want to emboss in between, you absolutely can. But I'm not going to. I'm going to put one down here. Okay. I know that I won't run into it if I do it up there. Okay. So I'm gonna move you just a little bit. I'm gonna put you like this, okay? Okay, I'm gonna walk on the wild side a little bit, and I'm gonna do the corner. Okay, I'm gonna go here, okay? And then that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not brave enough to do anymore before seeing where it is, because you can't see where it is. And knowing me, I would have it all over the place and they'd be hitting each other, and I don't want that. So there we go. Oh. Okay. And then I'm going to do that right there. Okay, so there's that. All right, and I can see that there's a little bit right there. I'm going to get my little brush and just fix that right there. Okay. Okay. So there I've got that. Now I'm going to do some more of my Versamark. Okay. Luckily this doesn't dry quickly. So you do have, you know, little bit of time. So I'm going to do this. Let's see. I think I'm going to do it like that. Oh, I'm going to do it like that. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's it. Do that like that. Now I'm going to come in and fill that in, but not right now because I am not brave enough. I know me well enough to know I will mess that up, okay? And then I'm going to do a little bit right here because I really want this to be nice and colorful. Okay, so let me get this back out. Okay. And I don't think I did that right there. I have to kind of remember where I did. Okay, so there's that. And then I know that I did some over here. I think I did here and here. Maybe I did that. Oh, yeah, I did. I'm telling you, y'all, I cannot remember things. I don't trust myself, I guess. That I know I'm gonna mess up, and I don't want to do that because, well, who wants to mess up on camera? Which I do all the time. If you ever watch, you know I mess up a lot, and I don't fix it. I don't edit it out because everybody needs to know how to fix a mistake. Okay, so that's my theory. I think everybody needs to know how to fix their mistakes, and if you don't, then you're going to be a very, very frustrated card maker. And I don't want you to be a very frustrated card maker. I want you to be an excited card maker, okay? All right. And remember, you know, little imperfections are okay because it shows it's homemade. I guarantee you that your loved ones will love this. Okay, I'm going to close my little thing. If you're in Texas, I got these at H-E-B. Aren't they cute? Okay. If you're not in Texas, you are probably sad you don't have H-E-B. Okay. You don't know it, but you are probably sad. Okay. So now I'm going to emboss, and this is going to take a bit because I am embossing quite a bit. So let me turn my embossing on. Okay. And it's just going to, you know, okay. Got to make sure I'm in the camera. I know I have a bad habit of getting out of the camera. So here it goes. Starting to get shiny. Okay. This part is going to be for the front. And so we've got that. Okay. And I promise you, I'm not going to color all of this on camera. All right, I'm going to have a little magic of camera moment. Don't worry. Because that would, I don't want to send you over the edge, right? I don't want you to be like, oh, doggy. That ain't going to work. All right. So there's this. I'm going to emboss all this because I don't want to waste it. I will end up making these cards later. Because if I have stuff done, I might as well make the cards, right? Let me know what you're working on. Are you an early bird? I have one girl in my stamp club who I think she had all of her Christmas cards made in June. Like she worked all summer and got all of her Christmas cards made. I am so jealous because I don't do that. I'll tell you what I make a lot of though. I do make a lot of Christmas thank you cards. I'm a school librarian, and I really feel like one of the things we need to teach our kids is to write thank you notes, right? So anytime I have a child who gives me a gift, I always write them a thank you note. And then it's always on a handmade card because, well, I'm not gonna buy cards. They might not be this fancy. Now let me be honest. If I'm giving a kid a card, it's not gonna be one that takes, a lot of time because I'm making usually multiples. It's usually pretty fast card that they can appreciate, that looks pretty, because I know it goes in the trash, especially when they're in first grade, but I just like to do that. Okay, so that's my thing. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we are going to color these in, and I am going to just set this aside because I'm only going to color one. I don't want to get crazy. All right, there we go. Had to get some of the stuff off. Okay, as I say, I'm not going to color all of this. I think it would send us all over the edge, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to do the inside of these, or really just the inside of one. Let me do that really quickly, because how nice is it to get, the inside done too, right? Let me do that. Okay, and then okay, there, and I'm going to emboss it. I'm going to actually emboss one in silver and one in gold because my other card is silver, and I'm not going to color it, okay, because this is not fluid watercolor paper, so I'm just going to have it be gold. All right, and then I'm going to have this one be silver. Okay, so okay, there we go. Put those lids back on again, because I know me well enough to know I will spill this all over. When I first got them, I'd had them about a week, my embossing powders, and I had a lady come over and ask me how to do it. And she came over, I didn't know her. I was a little nervous because, I wanted to impress her because, I was like, oh, look at me. And I dumped the whole jar of embossing powder on the table. I was able to save most of it, but I really felt like a first-class fool. So, hence why I don't use the little bottles. Okay, so let's do this. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to pull out one of my blocks. This is my block, and I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo and Real Red, and I'm going to use Old Olive, Garden Green, and Shaded Spruce. Those are the colors I'm using on this, okay? So I'm going to get some Flirty Flamingo, okay? And then I'm going to get Real Red, okay? And then I'm going to do Old Olive. All right. Garden Green. Okay. And Shaded Spruce. Okay. Now, there's two kinds of leaves on here, so I'm going to kind of do them different. I'm only going to do this middle one. You would do the entire thing, but I don't want you in here. I don't want you here until, until tomorrow, because, you might have other things to do. So we're going to use our watercolor painters. I'm using the very smallest one because this is pretty, oh, look at that little bubble. But this is a pretty small thing, okay? So I'm just going to make sure I have everything in the in the frame because I don't want to do that. All right, so what I'm going to start by doing, and sometimes when you watercolor, you want to make the whole thing wet before you start, but I found this that you don't want to do that because it starts to bleed, and you want to have a towel. So I have a towel right next to me, okay? I tried using paper towels, and after I had used 100 paper towels, I thought, well, that's it. I'm not doing that anymore. Let's just use a towel. So I'm going to add some water to Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to really get this nice and watered, and I'm just going to dot the middle of these, okay? I want to have a little bit of contour. Now, this is pretty small to do that, okay? And so you can just kind of keep going. All right, and then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go down and up, and you can see where I need to go down and up right here. So it's got that little light pink. Now I'm going to go into real red, okay? And I'm going to water my thing, and I'm going to try to kind of go around the outside. You know what I mean? Like kind of try to go around it. It's not always going to happen. I know that. But every one of these is going to look a little bit different, and that's okay. Okay? That's what I want. Okay, and I'm going to add a little water to this. And you just do it by where it says push right there, so that's where you're going to push. All right, so then I've got that. And again, I'm going to take my towel, go down and up, okay? And I'm going to do a couple more. We're good. And y'all, I did not totally clean my brush. When I say I didn't totally, I mean I didn't really at all when I did that, okay? And I found that I needed to do one at a time because I didn't want it to dry too much in between. And so especially on the leaves, I didn't want that to happen. And the embossing kind of keeps it from bleeding, but it will still bleed. So you do have to be, a little careful with what you do. Okay, so you're going to do down and up. Make sure you don't. And you can see there's a little bleeding there. I'm okay with that. All right, I'll take a little off of there. All right, so there. I think you're going to get the idea. Okay, I'm probably not going to do any more. Okay, let's see. Let me get the red on these so that I'm filling it in. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so that is that. Now, there's two different kinds of leaves, and I'm going to really, kind of get I don't think you can see that, but I'm wishing this around on my towel, so I'm cleaning that off, okay, so that it's just clear. Now, there's two different kinds of leaves. We've got these, and then we've got the holly, and I'm going to do I have hair in my mouth. I'm going to do these smoother leaves with Old Olive and Garden Green. And then I'm going to do the holly leaves. Y'all had hair in my mouth, sorry. With Garden Green and Shaded Spruce. So I've got them, I feel like this kind of blends the two and makes them all go together. That's in my head. I don't know if that's the truth, but in my head, that's the way it works. So I'm taking the Old Olive, and I'm going to take it, and I'm really just going down the middle with it on these 4 leaves, okay? I'm going to take that and do that. Then I'm going to take some of this Garden Green, and I'm going to go along the outside, okay? Now, I'm not an artist. I don't claim to be an artist. I am sure there are artists out there that watch me and go, she is a fool, and that's okay. And then you're going to dip and go up, okay? And then I'm going to do that one more time over here just so you can kind of see. I'm going to take that Old Olive, but I just make this up. I mean, I'd love to say that I know what I'm doing, but this is what works for Amy. What works for Amy might not work for everybody, but hopefully this will help you, okay? All right, so down and up like that. Now I'm going to kind of clean this, and I'm going to start with for the holly berry, I'm going to start with garden green, and I'm going to go again kind of around that, down that middle, okay? And then I'm going to take my shaded spruce, and y'all, this gets very dark pretty easily, so you do want to be a little careful. And you can see why I'm using the small brush too, because these are little spaces. You don't want to use the large brush. Okay. And add a little water. I'm kind of pressing down, so I'm getting a little water in there as I need it to spread that color around. And then I'm going to go down and up, okay? Now, every leaf is going to look different. So here is one, and you can hopefully kind of see that gold shining through. And you would do this on the whole piece, okay? I'm not going to do that now because, again, I think you're going to get bored watching that. And there's more to do with it, okay? And when you have it done, I'm going to move this to the side. You have a piece that looks like this, okay? So you've got two pieces. Like this is my piece. So I'm just going to do one, okay? So I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to get a piece of copy paper because, well, this is glue. And so here's the next thing you're going to, again, you would do the same thing on this. And then you would use the die cut to cut that out, okay? It would be the same thing. So I'm going to get my little mat that's a little dirty, but that's okay. And then you're going to use some green glue, okay? And a dauber. And my dauber fell on the floor. This is a dauber, and this is my glue dauber now, so it stays up. Now, you're going to cover this with glue. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and have my tissue paper. So have your tissue paper, wad it up, okay? So you want that little stuff, okay? So you're going to wad that up and put it out. Because the glue, it will dry, and so if you have this ready to go, then you'll be good. So there's my tissue paper ready, and I'm going to put glue on here. Now, you're filling this all with glue, so be generous, okay? I don't think I have ever put enough out without having to add more. So just so you know. And don't put this on top of your watercolor painter. Not that I have done that just now. Okay, so you're going to kind of daub this on, and you can see where you're getting it. Okay, but you do want to completely cover your card front, this card front here. Okay, completely cover that area, getting the corners and the edges like really good, because you definitely want that to stay on there. I think I actually for the first time got enough. That's a miracle. Okay, so I'm just kind of looking at it, and I'm just kind of getting all that I want on there. Okay, so I think I've got that. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on it. Not like that. Okay. And then you're just going to put it down like that. Okay. Get those corners and edges really good so you know it's on there. And see what a difference that makes. So here it is like this. Here's the before and after. You just kind of see it mutes that background a little bit. Now, I'm not going to say this isn't a beautiful background. You could just leave it like this. Now I'm going to take this stuff off because it's gluey. All right. And then you're going to cut off the excess. Now, I am not going to use my good scissors for this, okay? I'm going to use my cheapo scissors. And yes, you can clean them. These are going to need some isopropyl alcohol pretty soon. And this kind of, okay. Yeah, it'll be fine. There, okay. So I'm going to cut them, and you can clean it with isopropyl alcohol. I just don't want to do that to my pretty scissors, you know, or my good scissors. We're going to use the cheapo ones. Y'all, I'm not going to lie, this glue sticks. I had it stuck to my foot. I walked all the way downstairs and back up, and it stayed on my foot. So this is some pretty good glue. Okay. Get that. Okay, so there is this. All right, so I've got this, and I have glue all over my hands, and I don't have a hand sanitizer close, but that's okay. So here is my card front, and I'm just going to kind of pull that around. And if you don't want to cut it, you can actually glue around the edges and just fold it in. That is another way to do that, especially if you don't want to get your good scissors kind of messed up, okay? All right, now I've already stamped the Joyous Noel, okay? And so I've actually done several. And what I did was this didn't get all the way embossed, so I'm going to show you. I stamped the Joyous Noel in real red, and then oh, you can see I made lots of them. That didn't quite get embossed, and we're going to see if this late I can still get it to shine up. I don't know if it will. Oh, it did. Look at that. And I did this a while ago. Okay, so look at that. It worked. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so now I use the new deckled circles, and they are in the new catalog, and they are right here. I used these last week. These are going to be available in the new catalog. They're amazing. I love them. I think this is, I hope, and I hope and pray that they put these into the next annual catalog, because I just think they are super cute. So what I'm going to do though, because this looked good, but I really wanted to add a little bit of a green border. So I've got Shaded Spruce, and I've got my thing. I'm going to use another piece of paper so that it gets in there. Hey, little guy, let's just move. All right, so I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Always tap off, especially when you're using a darker color. I'm just going to go around with the green. You know, I'm just going to give that, and you can really, and it brings out that deckled edge to me, you know, because you've got it. So by adding this green, you bring out that deckled edge. And I just love it. I just love the look of it. Oh, look, I've got two. I love this circle. So you're probably going to see it a lot. Now, let's put the card together. We're going to start with a real red card base. Okay. I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to get my bone folder. I'm going to fold it. Okay. Now, I do want to add some ribbon. And in the other one, I used a different ribbon, but I was using silver. And this is the, let's try it in English. Dotted ribbon. All right. So there's, I think there's French, German. I'm not sure what the other one is. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to cut it to where it goes. So now this ribbon is in the new catalog. I think it's adorable. Now, let me look at my card real quick and see. Yeah, I think I'm going to have this on top of the next piece. So you can see I have this cut out and already ready. And I like having this because it shows the difference. It shows what you did on the back. And so that's kind of why I did that. Now, I am using Designer Series paper, the new one. I'm using this, and this comes with this suite, or if you buy the suite, it comes with it. I'm going to move this because I'm sure to mess that up. All right, so this has this. I just think this paper is divine. Here's the other one of those. And as you can see, this, and then these are notes. You can use that all year round. This to me, not Christmas, spring for sure. I mean, and then red. We use red all year round. Again, we've got plaid that you can totally use all year round. And let's see, the back of that is more music notes, but again, all year round. And then this gorgeous red berry. And then you've got a greenback with Shaded Spruce. So again, I just like the way they think about that for their customers. Okay, so that's that. And so what I did, I wanted to use it as the background. Okay, I wanted to use it as the background. But let me be honest. This whole background of one sheet of designer paper is a waste of of materials, okay? So what I did was I cut it the size I wanted it, and I cut out the square in the back, and I used the Deck Gold rectangles just because I like those. And so then I have this that I can use on another card. And so for me, that made sense. So this is going to go here, and this is going to go on top. You don't see this. It's going to be covered. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Okay. So got that. And I left enough room that I can get my tape on there, right? Okay. So I'm going to put this on. And this I just cut, oh, Amy, you didn't do that straight. I cut this at 5 and 5 1/4 by 4. All right, so it's just a regular mat. Okay, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. All right, so I'm going to put that down like that. And then I've got this that's a little bit smaller. All right, and this is, I think, 3.5 by 5. Okay, I thought I did it a little smaller, but I thought I did, yeah, 4 1/4. I thought I did that. It's a little longer, but okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff on before I put this on, because I'm going to put the red on, but I want to look at it with my card, right? So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do this like this, okay? And then I cut out some of these, and I cut them out in 2 colors in case I thought I wanted to use some of these, but I'm not sure. I think this color, the garden green, looks good. So I think I'm going to stick with just using Shaded Spruce. And I just kind of wanted to add some to the back, okay? And I think if I add like 3, I think that's going to look good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to do 3. I'm going to use glue for this one. Okay. Okay. All right. I just put them on those 2 places. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't need a ton. This glue stays so well. So I just put it there. And then if it comes up a little bit, I'm okay with that because I like that, you know, dimension, right? And then this one, I'm going to put a little lower. I'm going to put it right here, okay? And then this, I'm going to add dimensionals. Because, you know, dimension, right? So I've got my dimensionals. All right. And I want to get this on. I think I actually didn't use a whole page yet of dimensionals today. That might be a record. All right, so I'm going to put this like this. I don't want too much of that showing, right? So let's do that, and then I'm going to add my ribbon right here. Love the gold. Think it's beautiful. And y'all can use whatever you want, but I use Scotch tape. You can use your tape runner, but I use Scotch tape. Maybe because I'm cheap. I don't know. You decide. All right. And with this big ribbon, I decided not to do a bow. I think this ribbon is larger, and I didn't think it would look very good. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna pop this up because it's me, and if I can, I won't pop it up. All right. Am I still on the camera? I just want to make sure I'm still in the frame for you. Okay. So take these off real quick. Do you like this set? Do you think it's pretty? Every year I say, because I try not to go crazy with the Christmas sets. I really do try to go crazy with not to go crazy with them, because I'm like, well, I only use them, a little bit of time of the year. But I always say I need holly, and I never buy it. All right, so I'm going to put Noel right there. But before I do that, I'm going to show you these. Okay, y'all. These are so cute. So this was my year. I was like, this is the year. This is the year I'm buying a holly set. Now these come with this suite. If you buy the suite, they're loose holly gems and sequins. And we're going to put some on because I think they are I think they're adorable. I really do. And we are going to use glue dots for these, okay? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to, actually no, I found a better way. Okay, I'm going to take a glue dot and I'm going to pull it off, okay? And then I'm going to get a piece of holly, okay? And I'm going to put it on the back of it, just like that. Okay, so you're just going to put that. I say it's so easy. It was easy when I wasn't on camera. It's always easier when you're not on camera, just so you know. All right, so one. Oh, how cute is that? All right, sorry. Pull that off. Get another one. I'm not using music notes. I'm going to use these cute little holly berries. I mean, hollies. Okay. And you could try putting it on. You know what? I always get fussy with these. I know, but all right. So I've got two here. Oh, I just think it is super, super cute. And you could try a different way. If you wanted to, you could try taking it, putting it on here, and getting it off. You know what I mean? Like push it on. Sometimes how we do ribbon, and that didn't work for me. So it works for some, but oh, there it worked. Okay. I'm going to do another one over here just because I think these are so cute. So I'm going to do another one here. Okay. Another here. I'm going to go back to this method. For some reason, it feels better. Okay. Now, boom. Okay. And I'll do that right there. Ah! Oh my goodness, did you see that? That is too funny. And I don't have any idea where the thing went. That is too funny. Oh, you know why I didn't have it? There we go. Let's get it off. Okay. All right. So that's right there. Get on there. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do that. Come on, Amy. Everything's easier off camera. Not going to lie. It's always easier when you're not on camera. Okay, now I'm going to use these little ones, okay? You can glue these on, but I'm going to do these little ones because I'm afraid those other ones are going to be too big, okay? So I'm going to use 3 little ones right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because there's just not enough room because these are a little bit bigger. And I'm afraid they're going to look, yeah, they're not going to look right. So we're going to do that. 1. And these Red Jewels gems are in the annual catalog, okay? They are in the annual catalog. And I'm just going to tell you, let's be honest, it's going to be Christmas soon and everybody's going to want these. So buy them right now because they will go out of stock. People, you know, because people are going to buy them because they're obviously a good Christmas color. So, beat the rush. Buy them now. All right. I'm going to go buy another one just before y'all do. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So this is going to go here. I love that little Noel. I'm going to put it right. Actually, I think I'm going to put it on this side because I think that gives it a little thing. So here is my card. This one. I think these are just truly adorable. I hope you like this card. I'm going to bring my other one in. So I've got 2. Oh, Amy, what did I not do? I did not do the inside. Y'all always do your insides. So that's why I did a silver one. Okay, and let's put those in real quick, okay? All right. And I always use clear envelopes when I send pretty cards because I want them to see when they open the mailbox what this looks like. So there's the outside and the inside. I hope you like that. Let me pull in this one. So I've got a little bit different. So I hope you like these. Guys, I hope you have if you are in the United States, have a great Labor Day tomorrow. I hope you're off work and you have time to spend time in your craft room. Thank you for watching. Have a fabulous week. Bye.